All right, here's a summary of what we covered in our supplements seminar. We called it Supplements Made Simple. Want to cover some things that we highlighted in that. That's kind of what this summary is about. Nutrition, priority one. We hear it so many times, you can't hear it enough. Creating that balanced diet, avoiding preservatives, putting good fuel in, getting good stuff out. You got to do that first. Don't use the supplement diet as a way to replace good nutrition. Probably 4 things that everyone sort of wants when it comes to supplements. They want to be alert. You want to avoid that 2:30 feeling. You want it to improve your performance. What can you do pre, during, and post workouts? You also want to bolster your immune system. You want, and that can be aligned with performance, but this is more of a general health sort of benefit of using supplements. You don't want to get sick, so you can push yourself and you can exercise more often and harder. And also, you want to be able to sleep at night. I know sometimes we're limited in the quantity of sleep. We want good sleep quality. We want to be able to, when we put our head down, we're out, we're getting in the delta, we're getting that good rejuvenating type sleep. So when we're talking about alertness, let's look at the one that we're probably all taking, and that's caffeine. A lot of benefits to caffeine. We want to make sure we keep our daily serving, at least 1 serving at a time, under 100 milligrams. A lot of effects that overdosing on caffeine has, especially when it comes to your endurance and even in your strength development. So we want to keep caffeine in its place. You know, 100 milligrams is a very small cup, so we want to keep it in that realm. Performance side, now this is the one I think people had the most questions on, stuff to take before, during, and after. Creatine's great. The creatine loading had its merit as far as gaining water retention, but we're taking creatine for a strength boost. That's really what we want it for. It's not so much for endurance base. We want to get strength from it, strength gains. 2.5 to 5 grams a day, probably taken before training, a half hour before, is the best time to take creatine monohydrate. Buy it in its isolated format, so it's not mixed, that proprietary blend stuff. Ixnay on that, get pure creatine. Another supplement, someone you may not have heard of, acetylcysteine. Want to take that if you want an endurance boost. Sometimes I prefer that you take one or the other, creatine or this acetylcysteine. Want you to take the acetylcysteine about 500 to 4,000 milligrams. Want to get down to protein. A whey protein isolate is going to be the best one. Now, there's always that thought, I want to spike my insulin levels, take it with a carbohydrate, typically after a workout. That window is important. I think it's making sure that we break that fast that we had from that workout, getting that protein. Yeah, if it's a half hour, great. An hour, that's fine. I think that whole rushing it into getting into your system may be overdone a little bit. Big thing is get 20 grams of protein. Don't worry about the carb spike unless you really want to gain weight. You're going to be able to absorb it because your insulin level is already up from training. Other thing that people take, and this is one you could probably take when you're doing your checkouts or cool downs, is branch chain amino acids. We're talking leucine, isoleucine, valine. Typically they'll be in one packet. You want about 4 to 16 grams of those daily, and typically taken towards the end of that workout after you're done with your majority of work, and being able to hit those at the end. Great time to take those. You can do either or, the protein or branch chain amino acids. You're getting the same effect from those. So now when we're talking about immune system, there's no better supplement out there than vitamin C. Now, because it's an acid, an absorbic acid, it's tough on our gut. We want to find a vitamin C supplement with a bioflavonoid added to it. So you'll see a bioflavonoid availability between 35 and 65%. If you can find a 65%, great. It might be a little bit more expensive, but at least 35% bioflavonoid availability. I'd like you to get at least 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day, working up to, listen to this, 3 to 10 grams. So one that really assists with sleep. And I know this is a big one for a lot of folks because you want to wind down, you want to get quality sleep right away, and getting a good magnesium supplement. Peter Gillam's Calm. You'll find it at any supplement store. 350 milligrams for women, about 400 milligrams for men. You might start half that dose to work up because, again, if you take too much at once, it loosens you a little bit, and obviously we don't want that. We want you to be calm, we want you to be able to soothe in the sleep. This magnesium supplement is a winner. Biggest thing, like I said, I want to leave, here's your plan. All right, we've got to nail nutrition. When you nail your nutrition down, you're more receptive to supplements, your perception is up, you find out what's really working for you so you're not wasting your money. Got to have a nutrition type. Got to have a goal. Where are we going with this thing? Pick one goal, whether it's a strength goal, endurance goal, it might be just one benchmark WOD, whatever it is, pick a goal and go after it. I want you to know what that goal is because you can feel it in a lot of ways, like, hey, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting in better shape. Make a journal, just like you would do for your nutrition. Have a journal where you, hey, this is the goal, how much I'm taking, when I'm taking it, for how long. have this go for about 4 to 6 weeks. I think that's really, really important. You have a plan, you stick to it, you show that delta, that change, and you get the results that you want. I mentioned this with the magnesium, but sleep. Sleep is so important. I know we're not always going to get the most sleep that we can get. Everyone's working hard in our busy city, but quality sleep. Make your bedroom a sanctuary. Keep the computer. Try to keep the TV out of it. Do your best. Create a dark, quiet place, and hopefully you can get that 7 hours. 8 hours is even better. But hopefully we can get that good quality sleep. That's going to boost your performance up because, again, your immune system is going to be strong. You're going to be able to train hard, and you're going to be able to use the nutrients, the bioavailability of all those nutrients that you can assimilate in your gut are going to work more for you. So hopefully this answered some questions. Hopefully it gave you a plan. Ask me if you have any questions. I'll help you out any way I can. Thanks.